So, this guitar was probably listed at about $1,000. It was new. It is well made. It's X-braced. This is probably rosewood that's been inlaid. It's all good pearl inlay. It's actually abalone inlay. But it was made in Asia, I think somewhere mainland Asia. This was reportedly made in Japan. I don't believe it. Anyway, it's dried out. I ran into this guitar maybe 12 years ago, and it was sinking, but not very badly. And I put a shim under here. And then 12 years later, it ended up here as it's been given up for dead pretty much. The top sank 1/4 of an inch. This bridge was 1/4 of an inch down. The thing was like, it had dried out and dried out. And a good guitar that dries out will sink. I had a Collings that I worked on. It took me 2 months to hydrate it, and it came back without any coaxing except feeding it. This has been well hydrated, but anyway, I have nothing invested into the guitar, and my job is to take it upon myself to get it happening. So, process. This is just a piece of carbon fiber. This is how I'm doing it. This goes inside, and it'll rest on some braces. 2 sponges. There's whatever I had. They have significant amounts of water. Remember, this thing has been given up for dead. These sponges go inside, blam, blam, on the carbon fiber. Then, these are these are incandescent candelabra base. I believe I could read it, they're low wattage, but they're significant. I believe they're probably 30s. So we got film edit. Okay, I can position the bulb. Remember, it's X-braced with the auxiliary braces, so I can locate the heat where I want it to be. Second one, these rest on top of braces, and they're reflective. Braces have shown no signs of getting overheated. Okay, these things will end up getting plugged in, but not right now. So we got the sponges making humidity. We got the 2 bulbs making heat. It's heat that causes or allows wood to bend. In engineering terms, wood is a gel, believe it or not. Since it's dried out and it caused it to sink, we gotta get it wet. It also helps keep it from getting overheated, so to speak. The bulbs are radiating in addition to creating convection heat. We'll cover this, and I used a wad of plastic shopping bags to seal it well. I also put tape. Look, the thing is cracked badly here, from here to here. This has maybe a crack, pretty bad crack. This is the kiss of death, but it's really just a crack. It's not the thing being pulled forward, so we can save it. Crack. The back has 2 big cracks. It's all solid wood. We gotta, anyway, get it nice and hot like this, and it's the wrong size. Anyway, do some turns till I felt resistance. Keep track of how hot it is. 10 minutes later, a few more turns. Maybe after an hour or 2, turn it off. Maybe gauge progress, maybe tighten these a little more. Anyway, I went through various cycles of heating, simultaneous hydrating, And the thing has lifted up a full 1/4 inch without these being turned. It's where I want it. I'm leaving it slightly elevated. I'm going to adjust that. But to try to make these appear as ridiculous, this one was filled probably when I worked on it the first time. I'm going to cut carbon fiber panels to fill in every space between the braces inside and epoxy them into place. I'm going to fill and sand these and paint the top black. The reveal is going to look real nice if I can keep all this revealed, and I'll also address this and make sure that it's very stable. So I've got one more thing to do. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got a sheet of paper. We'll plug these in. I'm going to start turning out the lights. Unplug this one, excuse me. There. Wham. And wham. Now you can see the braces. You can see the braces. Let's, there's a zoom function here someplace. We're looking through the top because it's being lit from underneath. Ain't that a gas? Okay. Now what that's going to let me do is put a piece of paper over this. You can still see it. And it will allow me to cut exact panels of carbon fiber to put underneath. So with the light pushed up through here and the other lights turned off, like I said, I can make a pattern of every space in here accurate to probably a 32nd of an inch. Cut the panels, do a test fit, and epoxy them into place. The guitar will be real strong, and all of these things will be cleated simultaneously, and we're going to get into a, I think it's either, we're switching from anisotropic to allotropic as far as materials goes. You can look that up. This is all running in one direction, so I think it's probably anisotropic. If we put the carbon fiber in and run the panels at a different angle, it'll become allotropic or vice versa. I think it's neat that I figured out how to put the light bulbs, to backlight the braces so I can make the carbon fiber panels again. This is true carbon fiber. It's what I call a single layer. It's simply one layer of material going that way, embedded in a specific type of epoxy. It's a true composite. It's a true composite. The grain is running that way, so it's flexible, but it doesn't want to bend that way. So where I put this, if I put it 90 degrees, it's true plywood, but I can also angle it. My intent is to make it cross grain, especially on those. Now I'm leaving this on to keep the arch. I did the pre-stressed concrete roof arch for the Roden Crater project in my 3D CAD system for an architect in Flagstaff. Pre-stressed concrete. This is going to be pre-stressed spruce. While it's still being pulled up slightly, these are going to be epoxied in. Nothing is in the way. It's all free in here. By the way, I came up with this because at first glance one would say, well, let's put a little platform in there and take a jack and slowly push it up. But this is really well braced, see? And the more you jack, the more you're going to push the bottom out of the guitar. So we don't want to learn that lesson. It's pretty neat. Anyway, as soon as this epoxy cures, maybe overnight, from the strips I put in, this will come off. It'll sink a little bit, but it'll be pre-stressed, like pre-stressed concrete. It'll be an interesting thing. It should be dynamic at that point. Resist collapsing and sound like God. We'll see. Anyway, when I take this off, it's going on another guitar. This is mine. It was given up. Anyway, the bottom of these will be sanded smooth and padded. And I'll flip it over for the next video so you don't see the black paint. It was used as a holding fixture for spraying another thing black. Okay, enough.